Hello, this video will instruct you how to make a flower using the Clover mini flower template. And this is just one of the 3 flower samples that I provide when you purchase the template. So we're going to be making this flower. So you're going to cut your petals according to size. So when you purchase the template, you're going to be provided a sepal and 2 different centers. And this one we're using the 1 center. A 4 petal flower and a 3 petal flower. So in your design project, if you're cutting it with a machine, you will upload all the files, and then according to the instruction document, you'll duplicate them and size them according to the document. So we're going to style our sepal. So you're going to just draw a line down the center. And then I like to draw lines towards that center line. So that's creating the veining or embossing on the leaf. And I like to use the smallest metal ball on the metal ball stylus tools. So they come in a set of 4. Okay, and then if you want to, you can go over it with a little bit larger one, and that just kind of sets or embosses the design in. And I just color over my lines. And then I like to pinch the edges. And we're going to set that to the side. Now we're going to start with the largest petals. So we're going to take, there's 2 of them at 4 inches wide, and it's the 4 petal. We're going to take a wider dowel rod, and we're going to roll the petals up. Okay, so just place the dowel rod down in the middle of the petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath. It's holding the dowel rod in place. You're going to pinch up and roll. And then you can come over to the other side because these are fairly wide petals. Pinch it up and roll it all the way around. Now this is the bottom layer. I don't want them too rolled, so we're not going to be too concerned about that. The next layer, I'm going to use the same size for this one. And now they're starting a different size. So this is 3.5 inches wide, I think. Yeah. So we're just rolling it around. So I'm just going to line them up in order. And now we're doing one at 3.5 inches wide. So I'm going to switch to a smaller dowel rod, and I'm just going to pinch it up and roll it around. So place your dowel rod down in the middle of the petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath. It holds the dowel rod in place, pinch, and roll it around. And we're doing the same for one at 3.25 inches. So you can just curl it all the way around. It's pretty easy. Thumb on top, index finger underneath to hold it in place. Pinch it up and just roll. Oh, don't rip it like I just did. See, it happens. It'll be fine. I think these are actually reversed. I got mine out of order. So again, cut them according to the instruction document. Set up your project in your machine's design space. I just duplicate it and then size them. If you change the width, the height will automatically adjust. And then 2 of them are at 2.5 inches wide. So I'm going to use a smaller one, pinch it up, and roll it around. So I have all my petals laid out in order from largest to smallest. And now we're going to take the two largest. The bottom one I don't roll the center, but the next one I will. Roll the center, add some hot glue. And now I actually messed up. Oh goodness. The first one we're rolling under. We can roll all the petals up, but when we style them, sorry about that. Now you don't want to do what I'm doing. Or actually, if it happens, it's okay. So the first one is going to be rolled under. So it'll be okay. The next one is rolled up. So that one we're okay. We're going to re-add our hot glue. And we're going to place it in between. So look at your two petals and look at this one and bring it down. So the first one is rolled under. So all we did was flip it over and roll the center. Okay. This one is rolled under, layer 3. So again, I just flipped it over, so it's showing as under. Hope this all makes sense. Okay. We're looking at two petals and placing it in between. So come straight down from the top. And press. Okay. So now we're switching to our first 3 petal. This one is rolled up, so we're just going to roll our center. Add our hot glue. We're going to kind of place it off center because now we're going from 4 to 3. So I just kind of do it off center to fill in any gaps. And the rest will be rolled up. So we're just going to roll our centers. So now my center is getting pretty closed in, so I'm just going to place one in front of the other. Add my hot glue. Look at a petal and place it in between. And then I like to use my metal ball stylus tool to press it in there. Okay, and then our last 3 are left. We're going to roll our centers with our metal ball stylus tool. And we're going to create our centers. So I'm just going to leave that here because we need the centers to create the rest. So you're going to cut 2 of them at the sizes according to the instruction document. So these are mini clovers designs. So we're going to start with the smallest one in the center because there is a difference in height. So we're going to take our slotted quilling tool, thread it on there, and you're going to roll towards you, and then you're going to add a little bit of glue, whether you use hot glue or craft glue, doesn't matter. And we're going to roll it towards us and just try and keep it lined up. When you get to the end, we're going to add a little bit of hot glue. Now mine went off a little bit. Okay, now we're going to add our next one. Just roll it towards yourself. Just try and keep it lined up. If you need to, you can pull it off. It does not need to be perfect. So now we're going to take one of our 2 smaller ones. I'm going to add some hot glue to the bottom. We're going to place it right in the center. And then I'm going to fold up my petals around it. I'm going to twist slightly and make sure that's adhered. And then we're going to glue it into the second small one. So now we're working from the center out. So I'm looking at a petal and placing it in between. Hold it there for a second to dry. Fold up. And now we're going to place it in our last small one. This is the second to smallest size. Let it dry for a second and then fold up and around. And then we're going to glue her in. So again, we're looking at a petal and placing it in between. We want to make sure it's adhered. So hold it there for a second, or 2 or 3. And then we're going to glue our sepal on. So remember mine, I did my first ones wrong, so that one's a little bit crazy, but once we put our sepal on, it'll hold it in place. So I'm going to glue it with the pinch with my petals rolled up. So that means I want to put glue on the center there. I'm going to flip it over. And there she is. Super pretty. So this one I didn't put a sepal on, but okay, thanks for watching.